Hey everybody, what's up? Yeah, Josh here, co-founder of the Tri-Cities Ghost Hunters. You ran across my website on MySpace or just surfing the internet out there. Um, you'll find, the whole story on how the Tri-Cities Ghost Hunters started on our main website at www.webstarts.com/Tri-Cities Ghost Hunters. Um, I had researched on the supernatural a little over 3 years, from witchcraft to demonic hauntings to Ouija boards to voodooism to religious rituals and stuff like that, different kinds of hauntings. It all started when I was a kid growing up. My parents had lived in this big house, and well, that's when I had first experienced some strange happenings going on up there. It was up in Lindside, West Virginia. When I was a kid growing up, I heard strange noises and everything. Times when everybody was in bed, and I was just up trying to go to sleep. I heard strange things happening, but I knew it wasn't my imagination when I got up and actually seen apparition of what looked like somebody. And ever since then I've been I've been fascinated with everything with the supernatural. So that's when I had got started with this team back in February of 2009 with a guy by the name of David Haney, the main founder of the Tri-Cities Ghost Hunters. We had talked a lot about it and everything, and I finally decided to become his co-founder. I'm the kind of laid-back kind of person. I'm not as strict on members as David is. Although I'm very serious when it comes to the paranormal field, as well as my partner. I get very detailed about all questions that's being asked, whether the presence, with the age, their gender, how they died, what's their purpose of being there. I get fully detailed about everything that I ask on any investigation. When you're with this team, you have to be focused, alert and everything about your surroundings and all of that, because it can get fun, but yet you have to be on your guard about your surroundings. We do have policy forms as well. What comes with the team, there are rules that you have to abide by, or you could get suspended and even get kicked off our team. It's something that we don't like doing, but when it comes to stuff like that, there are things that you have to do. I mean, this is a fun thing to do, but yet it's also serious. There's certain things that can't be done. I was out of commission for 4 months. As most of you know, if you've looked on my website and if you looked on the main Tri-Cities Ghost Hunters website, you'll see that June the 3rd, I had a son that was born up in Kingsport, Tennessee, Indian Path Hospital. He was very beautiful when he was born. His name is Connor Braxton Knight. I was very happy and proud when I became a daddy. And my mom was tickled to death that, she became a grandmother and everything, and my sisters, about, becoming an aunt, as well as Sarah's family. They was happy as well. But I come back, October the 20th, I had finally come back to the Tri-Cities Ghost Hunters. There was a small case that, we had up in Hunnicutt, Virginia. It wasn't really big enough for the whole team, so, me and my partner and a new guy that we had recently recruited onto the team, field researcher, had, taken the case up in Hunnicutt, Virginia. at an underground railroad track tunnel. We do have a video about that on our other on our main website. You can't really see much. I was trying to shine my flashlight, but taken from a camcorder, it's really hard to see anything. But it's a pretty good video. I don't know if you could actually hear anything or not, but I had caught a lot of good stuff and everything, especially with the pictures. We had gotten some great pictures that night up in Honeck, Virginia, November the 15th, 2009. Me and David will be starting back up with the rest of the team. The whole team will actually be out there with us, out in Mendota, Virginia. Up there, a place in a cemetery, and then another place it's a house. About 80% of all cases can be actually disproved. We try our best, down to the very last T, to find paranormal activity. We won't jump to any conclusions right off the bat like a lot of people would. We sit for hours trying to find some kind of explanation on why something's there or what could be seen or something. We do everything we can to try to disprove it if it's not actually there, because a lot of people, they like to let their imaginations run away with them and thinking, oh, there's a apparition of something, it looks like a ghost or something. Well, in fact, that could be probably disproved from flash on a camera, especially if there's street lights around. It can make it look like some kind of apparition of a ghost, when in fact it's really not. So, a lot of people, they try to jump to the conclusions of supernatural off the bat, when you really can't do that. With us, we would sit for hours, me and my partner would sit for hours and, ponder about a lot of stuff, whether it be in audio or pictures to video. Although we've never actually caught anything on, video yet, we hope to, within the next, year or so. We hoping to actually get somewhere, with us just starting this team. It'll probably take us a couple years to actually get somewhere. But, we'll never stop, investigating, doing what we love doing, going out there, trying to find paranormal activity. One of our biggest role models and icons, professionals out, would probably be Jason and Grant from TAPS. And some of you may not know what TAPS stands for. For those of you that don't, TAPS stands for the Atlantic Paranormal Society. They're probably one of the best professionals out there. But anyways, if you have any questions or anything, you can contact our head investigator. I have another video up on our main website. If you look at that video, his number, I'll talk about, what his number is and everything. If you don't feel like calling our head investigator about, any questions or anything, you can always email us at tricitiesghosthunters@yahoo.com. And that about sums it up for me. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.